Hey everyone. Okay, so I was supposed to, well, I thought I was supposed to go to Seraph Industries for this, but I'm not supposed to be here at all. That's right, because we're not supposed to plug in this data chip into any Seraph Industries networked computer. So we're going to do it from our own computer at home. I'm going to assume it's like a company's system, so it doesn't really matter if it gets destroyed or what have you. We can just get another one, I guess, for freeze. So, right, so now we're going this way instead. And I figured I'd record this over here so we can talk about the situation as it currently is. So far, we have witnessed an attack on Seraph Industries at the very beginning of the game, right when Megan was to reveal some of her research, which sounded like it would have incredible ramifications to the augmentation technology, which would bring it closer to for everyone to be able to access and use it. And she was killed, her research wiped, as was all the scientists and the laboratories, a part of Seraph Industries, by a group that was definitely militarized. They were a professional assault squad. Maybe they were hired, like maybe just a hired organization like Bell Tower, only it's espionage and assault rather than bodyguard and protection. We came out of it 6 months later after basically being almost dead, shot in the head it looks like, and having our body basically torn to ribbons. And now we are completely augmented. Our first task when we got pulled out of R&R, basically. We got pulled out of R&R because of a terrorist attack. Was it a terrorist attack? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, well, I guess we could call it that. Not Humanity Front? Or was it Humanity Fronts? I think so. I can't forget the name of the organization now, as they led an attack against us. We don't have the code for this. We're not opening that door. There's a pistol. Oh, holy crap, I wonder. I'm really bad at this, though. Can I throw this? One more attempt. There might be a way to do that. It just occurs to me, most of the games which have a basketball thing you can actually play in it usually have some sort of, at least the old games that Eidos made, they had like a fanfare which played, like crowd cheering and what have you, whenever you made the basket. In System Shock they did it, in Deus Ex they did it. I don't know if there was a basketball court in Deus Ex 2. Anyway, we arrived at the warehouse, manufacturing plant, and we rescued the hostages that were there, while we let the leader of the terrorist cell, Zeke Sanders, escape. It sounds like Zeke's going to find out who planted an augmented agent that we discovered in his group, because he is all for 100% pure people. He hates augmentations, hates cogs, which is what he calls us, and just wants us, well, to die. But beside the point, he didn't realize the one guy was augmented. We'll cover more of this, I guess, when we get to, well, let's keep talking. So, and we let him escape, and in return, we were able to get Josie Thorpe, appealing to Zeke Sanders' good side, basically. He's not a bad person. He's doing bad things, as it were, instead. Alright, and we'll pick back up with our synopsis once we're inside the Chiron building. Okay, before we begin talking some more, though, let's talk to Miss Reed.
You know who's behind these attacks on Seraph Industries, don't you? The same people who faked 9/11.
Wow. Was that fake? I didn't think that was fake. Oh, but there's probably conspiracy theories about it being fake, isn't there? I definitely don't want to be talking about any of that stuff. On my channel. I think it was 100% happened, because I remember watching it on all the cameras and everything.
Peaceful solution to this dispute, and I unequivocally deplore the methods used by these hostages. Now, that being
A
said,
lot of people have
I
jobs
do
because
hope
of
the
it.
UN
Doesn't
takes a
mean he has the
concentrated
right
look
to
at
look
what
down
happened
on
here
us.
tonight.
In fact,
Mr. Taggart
most
went
people
on
who
to
support
express a
augmentation
sincere desire to
technology
stand in
have
front
that
of the
sense of
General Assembly with
entitlement
David
about
Sarah,
them. Like,
united
because
in
they
their
have
cause
money
to
and
find
can
a common
enhance
ground.
themselves, they can do
Should
whatever
that
they
day ever
want.
come to
Put
pass,
it in
one
perspective,
cannot
Sharon.
help but wonder
If the people
millionaire
you're talking
Hugh
about
Darrow,
have
the
jobs,
man whose
chances are
innovations
they have
first
David
propelled
Sarah to thank
augmentation
for it.
technology to the forefront, will
Oh,
also
that's
be
true. I agree with her.
So far, Mr. Darrow has refused.
The augmented people I've seen so far haven't had a sense of smugness about them. You mean the police on the streets? Or things like that? I disagree. I have not... Well, I have not seen any sense of smugness. I don't think we're smug. Hello, Cassandra.
Have you found anything? Please. I've got to know what really happened to Megan.
I've investigated all of Detective Chase's leads. You were right. Something was off with Megan's case.
So, what did you find?
Sure.
There were only 3 people who got out of the labs alive. Me and 2 others. One died in the hospital a few days later. The second one, a lab tech, was ready to give a detailed description of what he saw. Funny thing is, by the time the investigators got to him, he couldn't remember a thing.
You sound like you don't believe that.
I don't. Not from the reports I've read. I think someone got to him first. Someone in the government, a man named Manderley, ordered that a specially appointed medical examiner perform the autopsy. He bypassed the local ME. Simply put, that's not a good sign.
It sure doesn't sound good.
An officer assigned to the case was asked to get rid of a major piece of evidence. Footage from one of our intellicams showed fuzzy images of the attackers bringing something inside the labs.
What? What were they bringing in?
I don't know. But for someone higher up to want that evidence gone, it must have been important. I got my hand on a test report that confirms what was bothering Chase. The attackers used excessive measures to make bodies and equipment unidentifiable.
Oh my God, Megan. What do you make of this, Adam?
I don't know exactly. I guess the idea was to leave no traces, no DNA evidence that would link back to them. But it just seems a bit too convenient.
So what you're telling me is we couldn't find anything conclusive?
No, I'm sorry. But one thing's for sure. Somebody's been hard at work covering up and destroying evidence related to this case. Somebody with power, who wanted to erase anything that might have made the investigation linger. I'm sorry, Cassandra. I wish I had more tangible answers to give you. But I did stumble on something I think you should have. I found Megan's bracelet. I'm sure she'd want you to have it.
Oh, Adam, that's very kind of you. Her grandmother gave it to her. She loved that bracelet very much. Thank you for all you did. And, do you know exactly how Megan died?
Well, tell her the truth. It's best she knows. Otherwise, she'll just, if she finds out anything else, I'm not lying about anything else, but we'll say the truth to her. God, this is terrible.
Her neck was snapped and her body was burned beyond recognition with a high-tech compound.
Oh, God! How can someone do something so awful to another person? I miss her so much.
Don't worry, Cassandra, this is not over. I don't know how or when, but I will get to the bottom of this.
I knew I was right to trust you, Adam. But please, be careful. It's strange. I thought knowing what really happened would make me feel better. But nothing will ever justify this. My daughter is gone, and I'll never get her back. I wish I could be sure she gets justice.
Trust me, she will.
Monthly ties completed. God. Poor Miss Reed. Okay, well, we are here. Let's go upstairs to our...
Where are you, Jensen? I haven't gone all night.
Hello, Pritchard. I'm almost in my apartment now.
Well, when you do get in there, connect the neural hub to your computer. I've created a secure tunnel, and I'll take over remotely.
You can access my personal computer.
Who do you think configured your security protocols?
Mr. Jensen, I fixed up your apartment real nice. That special request you asked for works like a charm.
What special request did we ask for?
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen.
I take it I did not live here originally, or maybe, which is to say that before I walked into Seraph Industries for the game, I wasn't staying here, but maybe I was? It's like I'm still moving in. Well, before we get situated, we're gonna check all the boxes to see if we left anything around. We don't want to be one of those terrible people. We have all these cardboard boxes everywhere. Everyone's cardboard boxes everywhere. My goodness. Magic Gnome suspiciously delicious or something. Crunchy Pirate. Yar. I love these. These are wonderful. Is that an empty beer thing? Looks like it. Beer thing? You know what I mean. Sun Bran instead of Raisin Bran and Sun Chips, I guess. Not Sun Chips. You know what I'm. You know. You all know. Newspaper. That's an interesting way to also have the newspaper, isn't it? Jensen is messy. I would go crazy living in this place. Hello, Adam. 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Overcast is the current temperature. Oh, it's cool outside. Exact opposite of what is here. I am recording this today, June 12th, 2017. Just to give you guys some information as to when this is. We have a combat rifle. I think we'll just leave it here at the moment. That is an impressive TV. How many years do you think it will be until TVs like this one, which are so awesome, are replaced with something else more awesome? Right? Like, 15 years ago, flat screens weren't the thing that existed. Or I don't remember them that being the case. Everyone was using those CRTs. Nope. No idea who those people are. Okay, where is our computer? Before we go in, we're going to take a quick peek. We have another combat rifle, so I guess I should definitely take one of them. We have a notepad here. The intelligence circuit. Excerpted from a talk given by Hugh Darrow at the 2020 Human Plus conference in San Jose. We get carried away with the idea of bolting robot arms and legs to our fleshy torsos, but I firmly believe that the real core of what we can innovate lies within our meat, more specifically, in our brains. Deep brain implants are the way in which the human machine can truly be supercharged. Consider our gray matter. Our neuro-DNA has been imprinted with a mammoth amount of information, allowing us to parallel process hugely complex data sets in quick order. But for all that, our wet memory is patchy and sporadic. We lack the ability to communicate data in a incomplete fashion. Through the use of cognitive enhancement implants, providing a nootropic stimuli, we are capable of creating a new level of neurosynchrony that can effectively boost brain capacity, and via awareness data parsing subsystems, a form of radio telepathy is a real and viable concept. Our infolink, for example. Faster brains processing more data, reacting quicker, capable of streaming that data in real time to others similarly accelerated posthumans. This is the real frontier. Radio telepathy, that'd be amazingly helpful for police who would be able to operate like a hive mind. With one police officer, or military, when military sees someone, everyone sees them, and they know where they are, or can get information. It'd be like an ADS-B transponder attached to every single member of the military, what have you, assuming that they all get augmented this way. Of course, at the moment, it's probably not required or anything of the sort. But I would probably imagine there'd be special teams, like spec ops, designed to do that sort of thing. Oh, holy crap, Cyber Boost. I sold my one Cyber Boost a long time ago. Do I want to pick up another one? I'm just gonna vendor it for 50 bucks, if I'm being honest. We're regenerating 2 energy bars all the time. May you heal... Okay, never mind. This is where we stayed. May you heal quickly. Dark clouds never stay. Aww. I love this crap. I always tell everyone never to give me a card when I'm sick. But I do... It's the thought, actually, that matters the most. But God bless my parents and family and friends. They always get me cards and what have you. Augmentucho. Oh, look at this kid augmented with his super stretch arms. He was a huge fan of cereal. My goodness, Jensen. Anything hidden back here? No, okay.
Pritchard, the hub's connected.
I know. Now be quiet and let me concentrate.
I need his name, Pritchard, not his entire genetic history.
That's not his DNA. It's the data he was trying to steal from us before he... My God, Jensen. Your suicide hacker didn't kill himself.
You obviously didn't see his brain splattered all over the floor.
No, you don't understand. The wet drive modification in this chip, it allows someone to hack through you. It turns you quite literally into a human proxy.
So he wasn't working alone. Someone off-site was doing the actual hacking.
Exactly. And whoever it was tried to hide his location by using multiple satellites. But I may have just traced him to here, an abandoned factory complex in Highland Park.
Get me the address, Pritchard. Because if we're lucky, whoever pulled our terrorist strings might still be there.
That's where the DRBs were located, so we're going back there again. Mr. Jensen, in respect to your latest reminder to have the mirror in your bathroom be placed, may I remind you once again that the item is on back order. The situation is out of our hands, and no amount of pestering will make it arrive any sooner. While on the subject, we are still unclear as to how precisely this mirror came to be damaged. Perhaps you can enlighten us. Thank you. Sherry Terhorst. I guess Jensen does not like being augmented now that I've read this, so I'll have to play him that way. Although, I did play him kind of detached before. He was like, he gets the job done. So, maybe he's coming around to the fact that he is augmented. We've already done things we would not normally be able to do, like punch people in the face and knock them out immediately. And we killed that one guy, slamming our blade into his leg and then raking him right across the face. That's pretty awesome. Your dog, Adam, I'm so sorry. When Megan died, no one knew what to do with Kubrick, so I took him in. But I couldn't keep him. And nobody knew if you'd wake up, so... didn't know what else to do. I'm really sorry. He was a sweet dog. Diane. Put him away. It's one of the reasons I don't have a pet. Because I know I'll never be able to show it the affection that it would deserve, especially a dog. Because you gotta, whenever you get home, you gotta walk it, you gotta play with him or her and stuff like that. And it's a full-time job. It doesn't have to be, depending upon why you hired the dog. But when I had dogs when I was a kid, it was always fun to run around with them. But now that I'm older, I realize how much work that also is. It's a lot of work. So I can't blame, I guess, what they did. Well, nothing about owning pets. If something happens to you, you're someone who needs to take care of the pet. Oh man, it stinks. Welcome home. Hello, Adam. This just a quick note to welcome you to your new apartment on behalf of Seraph Industries. If you need anything or something is not satisfactory, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I will pass it on to the building management. You will notice there is a hidey hole of sorts built into the wall. The code for this is 5375. If your key is lost or damaged, I have a backup. Mr. Seraph does also, but try to reach me first. If your key is the lease is for a year and has been prepaid in full. You shouldn't receive any questions about rent, but if you do, please feel free to refer them to me. I wish you many happy years in your new home. Athene Margulius, Seraph Industries. Let's try that hidey hole thing.
Adam, it's David.
Let me guess. You're sending me to Highland Park.
Not just yet. Frank's figured out why the network's been compromised. There's a persistent transmission coming from Derelict Row.
Street gang territory?
Well, our dead friend was posing as an anti-aug. Who better to hide with than the D-Row ballers?
Right. I'm on my way.
Oh, my bad. The park is some other place altogether different, not at all where I was before. Okay. But we have to go to DRB territory, is that correct? I guess so. Looks like Seraph's network security is being threatened by a transmission coming from Derelict Row, gang territory. They aren't going to like me invading their turf, but I have to find the antenna that's broadcasting that transmission and hack it to shut off the signal. Okay. Well, we'll take this combat rifle and sell it first. I can do that off screen. Advanced clock building. Ingenious mechanical devices. The automata of Al-Jazari. Al-Jazari's so-called elephant clock, conceived in 1206, was not only the first iteration of a water-powered timepiece capable of accurately registering the hours of the day and their irregular lengths, but also first to utilize the aesthetic device of clockwork automa, a chirping bird and human striking a symbol. The length of the clock's hourly intervals could be programmed by the adjustment of a flow regulator mechanism. Al-Jazari's later designs, building on his work with hydro-powered automa and detailed in his writings appearing in his Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices, would include a castle clock. This mechanism is widely regarded by many scholars as history's first programmable mechanical, the analog, computer system. And in addition to showing the passage of time, it also featured a display of the celestial zodiac and the orbits of the sun and moon. I was always a fan of those old-time alarm clocks. I don't have any of them, but my grandparents had one where at a certain, I think it was at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, these two doors would open on it, and these two figures would come out, and some chimes would play. They'd walk out, they'd spin around, and then they'd go back into their respective rooms. I always liked it. It was very calming. They'd probably make all sorts of cool, fancy stuff like that these days, too. We have the code for this. Well, we could get experience, what have you. We'll enter the code. Secret stash. What's in the secret stash? Hello. Wow. Armor piercing system. That's for pistols. A pistol. Brass royals. Detonating explosive devices. Some credits are in here. I see you hiding under the unlocking device. The credits we'll grab. We'll leave some other credits here, though. We'll come back for this. I thought we were able to store things in this. Can we do that, maybe? Can I drop? I cannot. Okay. Oh, hello. What is that? What is this? Painkillers. Sweet. Let's use these. Okay, let's shut the hidey hole. I guess the TV's just there for show. I didn't see any wires or anything of the sort. Unless it's all battery operated and plugged into the network to receive its streams or what have you, which I guess could be the case. Alright, so I guess we'll actually do this on screen.
Reestablishing security system. See you soon, Mr. Jensen.
Thank you. That must be the secret thing he hooked up, I guess, for us. We should take a look here really quick, Tim. There might be something secret. Always look for the secrets. There are no secrets. Just an out-of-order elevator. Right, so let's keep talking then about what we've done so far. So, we got out of... Once we were out of six months, we got to the warehouse. We stopped the hostages. We almost did it without killing anyone. I think we had to kill two or three people. 2, I think, is how many we killed. Right, we discovered the hacker, who we've just got some more information about now. And once that was done, we read it back at Seraph's Industries, who wanted us to look at the body. However, we were forbidden from doing so. And I'll be right back, everyone. Okay. Right.
Jensen, I'd appreciate it if you instructed your street informants to use more conventional means of contacting you.
What are you talking about, Pritchard?
I mean, I found a message stapled to your door. Colo, alley off Bagley Avenue, Ezekiel. How cryptic.
That's near Seraph HQ. I'll look into it. Oh, and it's Cholo.
Good for you, Jensen. That would be Zeke Sanders. I'm surprised he used his normal name. I guess everyone's expecting him to go by just Zeke. I'm also glad Pritchard got it and wasn't paying attention to the first quest we were on. That would have been really bad. Alright, so what else? What else was going on? Right, so we wanted to, Sarif wanted to look at the body, have it examined, see what information he might have been trying to download by looking at the Neuro Hub. Unfortunately, however, the police were not allowing David Sarif to do this, refusing any access to the body. While we were also at Sarif Industries, we had a friend of ours, or not a friend, a colleague, I suppose, whose name I forget. He admitted that he had been stealing neuropazine, which is a drug needed to have your your augmentations, enhancements, not be rejected by your body. And we agreed to help him get out of that situation. Basically, he was continuing to steal because someone else had dirt on him doing this. I think it was another coworker, honestly. Once out on the street, we met Megan's mother, who asked us to look into the situation again regarding the death of her daughter. We got out. We visited Greg Thorpe, whose wife Josie we rescued from the hostage situation, who told us about a weapon dealer we could make some purchases from. And we completed several side quests, those that we mentioned, which I guess I'll cut a bit forward on these. You've just witnessed the result of the information gathering about Megan for her mother. We also completed the task of getting the videotape that was being used to blackmail the one scientist working at Sarif Industries who was being forced to steal neuropazine. And with that recovered and or now destroyed, we won't have to worry about him continuing to do so. Sarif Industries is struggling to make ends meet. Well, not ends making meet, I'm sorry. They're struggling with their public relations, or their public facing, as it were. And this attack is another major blow to them. People are getting scared working for them, especially given the moral uprising and protestations of against augmented people. Okay, and we'll be right back, everyone. We're just going to walk in really quick here. Actually, no, I'm not, because I don't have to go in there. It was off the Sarif Industries main site. I think it's down in this direction. Okay, right. What else did we do? We were going to go to the police precinct in order to examine the body ourselves, see if we could persuade someone to get in there and or allow us entry and to look at the body and or sneak our way through the police precinct in order to office building complex, what have you. But in the end, we were able to talk our way through. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Right before though, we were interrupted and told that a old colleague of ours, Jenny, wanted to talk to us about a different quest.
You're the one who saved the hostages. Listen, I ain't no killer. It was never supposed to go that far. I mean, I'm glad you was able to stop that, no matter what Zeke thinks.
Thank you. I'm not here to cause trouble. Hello, Zeke. How are you, sir?
I see you got my message, Cabron.
Sanders. You're taking a risk meeting this close to Seraph headquarters.
Same risk as you, considering you're the one who let me go. But I don't plan to stick around that long.
Yeah? So what's this about?
I did some house cleaning after the plant. And I turned up some intel on that gearhead motherfucker who used me and my brother. Chink left the pocket secretary behind. Don't say who he was working for, but it's got access codes, names, shit like that.
Why are you giving it to me?
Maybe I don't like feeling like I owe you. Or maybe I figured I'd send a snake to kill a snake. Take or to leave it, pendejo. Either way, my debt is paid.
We leveled up. Let's go ahead and actually look at the notepad really quick. Alpha Team and Blue are Oscar Mike. We've posted packs of blue legs to cover your 6. extract and secure data. Rendezvous at designated LZ for extraction. Reconvene at the facility. Intel shows they've popped smoke on you. Be careful. Facility door code dedicated terminals. All access 7984. All access sec hub. Login password. Spaxor. Neuro hub. Interesting. Okay. Definitely sounds a little cryptic and definitely militant. Okay, so we're going to play it for a few more minutes, everyone. So yeah, this was all just walking and talking. I'm so sorry. There's going to be... I'm going to have to make a little video, put it up in the very front before the series. I haven't uploaded a single video for this series yet, but we're going to go ahead and do so. Right, okay, so, sorry, what I'm talking about is that I'm going to warn everybody before the first video goes up that, hey, there's going to be videos where I just walk and talk, and that is it. I'll try to remember to mark them, so I remember to put skip links down below in case people aren't really interested too much in this sort of thing. Okay, we're going back to the gas station in order to sell the combat rifle. And then we'll probably call it a session, because I have to get to bed. We played for like 30-something minutes, it feels like, as well. Alright, what else is there? Oh, we leveled. We should spend it, or we should decide what we're doing with it. Which is to say, hold on to something else. So, I'm thinking we'll just save it. I wouldn't mind learning the Typhoon explosive system. In fact, we will. We'll hold on to it. I'm also going to go... Oh, Tim, that pun would have been terrible. Say it! I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume we're not going to find too much ammunition for the Typhoon. At least not right away. And we're going to go ahead and purchase one Typhoon, some Typhoon ammo. Okay, so let's do this. I don't think they're selling any more Praxis kits, but we can take a peek at least.
Dr. Chechery, call 217.
Will you be purchasing anything today?
You better believe it. We'll take 2 of it to start. Well, let's grab a hypostim as well. Actually, I kind of want another Typhoon ammo, but we'll be fine.
Always a pleasure, sir.
For our life, let's go ahead and use this hypostim. Gives us to 180, which is wonderful. Awesome. Yeah, so Typhoon is next, and then probably Capture up a rank. Right? I leveled Fortify once, didn't I? I did. Okay. In my opinion, Capture is probably better to level than Stealth at first, because it gives you the chance to access all the doors. So we're doing that. Okay, so now we're going to walk over to the DRB area, and we'll stop there. Right, so what else have we done? So, Jenny's quest involved trying to find information on a dirty cop named O'Malley. We agreed to do this, just because it would take her too long, and it sounded like the cop was just causing all sorts of trouble. So, we discovered that he's simply working for some organization, possibly FEMA, who is doing some shady stuff around here. Or rather, is that right? Yes, I guess some shady stuff. In particular, it looked like he wanted to start a gang war between obviously two rival gangs. We found some drugs. We also found a cache of weapons, both in the DRB territory, who I think oh, right, that was one of the things he was being accused of. Jenny believed he was providing weapons to one of the gangs. We found the weapon caches, one in his room, another in DRB territory. We got him to admit that he wanted to kill someone, which means we got the crossbow for that. I'm actually surprised Jensen just can't record the whole Oh, damn it, Tim, you didn't sell this. Let's go up here then. We'll sell it to the other place. Tim, it's not even in this place. It's in this place. Sorry, I'm babbling. I wanted to sell the combat rifle, and I totally forgot. While we're in the area, we might as well sell the pistol as well. Actually, that was the place I wanted to go. Oh my god, Tim. Oh my god. Okay, let's do this again. Holy freaking crap. Okay, right. So we did all those things. Oh, and we also weren't detected. Yay for us. Not that that matters too much in the grand scheme of things. And then Jenny asked if we would be willing to be her backup when she tries to go after the guy. I refused. I don't think it's in Jensen's best interest to get involved in the entire deal, as it were. So good luck to Jenny. She just asked for backup from someone else. I'm sure she'll be fine. And what else is there? Oh, and then we went to the police station to recover the body. Or get the neurotransmitter from it.
This is what I got.
I'm a friend of Greg Thorpe.
Really? Okay, I give you the egghead discount.
Okay. We're selling... weapons. We're gonna sell the combat rifle, the pistol. I think I want to sell the shotgun as well. Cartridges too. I'm just gonna clog up your space. Hold on to them at the moment. I might want these too, so we'll hold on to them as well.
See ya.
Actually, how much room do they take up? 1 space each? No, these stack. We have some room. Let's do this at the moment. Okay. Right, so we went to the police station where we were able to talk to Wayne Haas, the sergeant desk officer, who we apparently have a history with, in that we were both down in, I forget where now, where it was located, but there we were in, it's a flashback area here, I suppose. Oh god, did we take damage? Okay, maybe not. Alright, so we were ordered to kill a child who was augmented, and we refused to pull the trigger. Wayne, however, followed the directions. That caused, if I recall, a citywide riot, according to if I remember what we've read. It also saw Haas sent off to where he currently is, rather than as a member of SWAT. We were able to, but Wayne allowed us in after some talking, and then we were able to recover the neurotransmitter. And the rest, or all of that, was history. Now we find ourselves going back over here in order to see where this transmission is coming from, and probably put an end to it, or some sort of tracker on it, or what have you. And we will do that in the next episode, everyone. I'm probably going to be eliminating a few of the DRBs this time around, rather than letting them live, because I totally don't need to let them live anymore. I don't really need to worry about being caught, because there's no requirement anymore to be silent. Maybe I'll still make the attempt. Maybe we might get like the ghost, 500 extra experience for doing that. So we'll have to see. And that will do it, everyone. All right, so I'm going to stop. Actually, let's stop once we're up on the roof. I hope you guys have liked this so far. I'm really enjoying playing it again. What upgrades are we going for next? So again, we're going to save a point for the Typhoon system. I really wouldn't mind having that. Unless something else really important comes around, in which case we'll grab that instead. That's going to be so rough, though. If I do that, then we'll have to also... I don't have to take a point in hacking. We can take that, then the Typhoon system, and then 2 things in hacking after that. Alright, well, I'm babbling. Thank you all for watching. And when we come back, we'll make our way down here and over to... maybe where that's connected. And I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching, everyone.